Cindy and her son are
But
doing.
I wanted to tell you, I went over there to that Amish place
Which one?
over in East Dublin.
That Alana?
Amish place.
Oh, that
Tim's place.
Tim's.
And I bought
I go on.
3 big apples, and big tomatoes, and big green tomatoes, you know, tomatoes, fine green tomatoes. And it was, I felt so good, and I went back, and as I was getting at the, whatever, you know, this man had a great big bag of oatmeal. So I asked her how much was the oatmeal, and she told me, she said, do you want the quicko? And I said, yes. So I got a big old bag of quick oatmeal, which is very good. I eat oatmeal at night. So the Lord is feeding me good.
But he is.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. God is so good to me. Well, I got an email from this man. His name is Evans. Fred Evans. And he said that he was a ambassador to Israel. You know what's happening in Israel, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyway, he said he was a very good friend to the Prime Minister, Netanyahu. And he said he also went to New York, and he got the Bible and read it to the Prime Minister of Iran.
Really?
Yeah, and so he was telling a story. This is a good story now, and it's a true story, okay? He said that he was going down some rough terrain in Israel to minister to some of the Israelis. And there was nobody on the road but his truck, and they gave out gas. No filling stations anywhere. And so he said all of a sudden there was a knock on the window, and there was a young man held up a gas can and filled up the tank, got in the car, and went with them where they were going. And so when he got there, he was talking to some of the leaders, and they told him they thought he was dead. He said, no. He said, this young man helped me. He turned around. The young man was nowhere to be found. So he said he supposed that God sent a holy angel to fill up his gas can. Isn't that a good story?
That is a good story.
God's good like that.
Yeah. Watching out for you, ain't he?
Oh, yeah. And let me tell you something else. You know, my car took up on the children, and it cost me a lot of money to get it big. And so I went to church, and I said to the preacher, I said, I'm going to give this bill to the Lord. You know? Well, I had already paid it out of my checking account and out of my savings. $739. It was that, to me, that was a lot of money, you know.
That is a lot of money.
Yeah. And so, you know what? This lady sent me 2 checks in the mail. One for $260 and one for $105, which was $365 she sent me.
For what?
For my bill. See, I went up to the altar and asked the preacher to give me I said, I'm going to give this bill to you. you know, to the Lord, to the Lord. And she said, well, half of it. But I had the great pleasure. This person sent me and card and asked me to feed 88 people in Bacon in the food bank in Bacon. And so I did. And I said, isn't that fantastic that a little 82-year-old is able to feed 88 Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, it is.
So that's the reason why this lady said, because God honored that commitment that I made to him, to the Lord.
Have you made all that food yet?
No, that it's a food bank in Macon. It's paid for 88 people for Thanksgiving dinner. Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah.
Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
You know, Jesus is exciting. Did you take my picture?
I did.